Any goals you want to accomplish by the end of the year? You know, I was thinking of making like a New Year resolution. Or I kind of... Wait, did I? I think the stuff I made was like very vague. So I kind of forgot about it, which is bad because I thought I put a good amount of thought into it and then I forgot about it. And then... Oh, maybe it wasn't an end of year resolution, but it was like a resolution of like I think I talked about it in my member stream. Yeah. But if I forgot my goals, that means that I am not doing a great job. But if I... Okay. Last quarter of the year. Let's make a quarterly goal, not like an end of year goal. What I could do in this quarter. Quarterly goal. Learn French in 3 months. Nah. Run a marathon? What the heck? I could barely run a kilometer. I don't know what a goal would be. Mario movie watch along? I feel like that's not... Well, there's a difference between a goal and a to-do list, you know? The goal is to do something that I'm not already capable of. Well, I don't know. What do people usually have as goals when it comes to like, especially streamer stuff? What do people say? What do people do? Usually numbers. Well, numbers aren't something I can control though. Hold a big collab maybe. Try to have like a big collab. Toe camp. What? Touch grass once a week? I literally touch Japan grass for like days. And if I were to start my goal today, it'd be like, oh, okay, touching grass again. Play a horror game, or do a Christmas karaoke, or do laundry. I already do laundry. What? Climb Mount Everest? Why? What about cook every day? Every day? I don't really think that's a streamer goal though. It's like a general health food thing. I don't know. Beat a speedrun of yours? Well, like the God Gamer Gauntlet again? 3,000 in the Suika game? Oh, that game looked interesting. Violin practice. Eventually I wanted to get a violin. I don't know. I feel like I would have a violin and then like only play it like 3 times. And then it'll be like just sitting in my like closet or something. I mean, I do have other goals, just not... Or maybe I should just concentrate on those. And then it'd be cool to do a big collab. If that works out. Learn another instrument? Oh, like what? Guitar, bass, piano, air horn, ukulele. Oh, I said it correct first time. I'm getting better at that. Trombone. Oh my gosh. I want to have a trombone, attach a GoPro on the end of it, and then do like a POV stream. Do your debut goals first, maybe? You know, the thing about that is, when you debut, right? You have goals, or you put goals of things that you want to do. And it's cool to be able to do some of those goals, but also, it's sort of sometimes out of your control if you could do some of these goals, you know? And I only really had goals on there because I think everybody else had goals. And what do you call it? You know, sometimes when you have a goal, like let's say you're about to bungee jump, and then you stand on the bungee jumping board and then you think it's a bad idea and you just don't do it. Or like you change your goal from bungee jumping to skydiving instead. because you think that's cooler. You're considering those kind of stuff. You know? I mean, I can't get into details, obviously. But I think the goals, it's like sometimes it's good to have them just so they're like there. But things change. People change. You know, all that stuff. But have you tried hard enough? Well, that's the thing. People think that some people are lazy when things are just out of their control. Sometimes. And people get criticized that they're not doing enough work when they don't understand the full picture. Just something to think about. Who I'ma slap them? Well, no, it's not like a bad entity or anything. It's just the fact that wherever you go, right? You expect some things come unexpected. And it's just that's just life. But then, unless you really know what's going on, all you could do is assume. And then some people tend to assume that they're not doing enough work. They're not trying hard enough. They're not diligent enough. And they're lazy. You know? And sometimes it's not even their fault that things happen. Or they're not able to do some things. Any of that? I heard this from like a YouTube short recently, actually. Laziness is just a really bad word to disregard everything that a person is going through. There's no such thing as true laziness unless you fully understand the person's circumstance. Too real. Yeah, it is real. That's all I'm saying. But it would be cool to do some things, you know? Some things I want to do. There's a lot of opportunities too. It's just, some stuff are more plausible than others. Some stuff, it's like, I'm more willing to do given the circumstances than others. Or, and my priorities change, what I want to do changes. You know, my initial goals for doing such things is not always the thing that you want to continue doing later down the line, you know? All that stuff. Kind of deep. And that's sort of why, the other time I was like kind of talking about how like, oh, I just lost it. It was like something like along the lines of like what you expect from a streamer when they first start off, and then how they realize what they initially wanted to do isn't really truly the thing that they enjoy, and they change their streaming style later. But then to the general public, there's a lot of people who assume that a certain streamer does these kind of things, and then they don't do it anymore, and then people are like, no, why aren't you doing this anymore? All that stuff. And then people assume, like I said earlier, people assume these things, and they're so wrong. It's like, Lamal, you're wrong. Some people are more vocal about the stuff they do behind the scenes. Others are less vocal. Others prefer to speak, complain, all that kind of stuff. But you know, it's the internet, and to be safe on the internet, I do want to let you all know. Stuff we post, stuff anyone posts, stuff you post, take it with a grain of salt, you know? Oh.